Why Russians don't care about Christmas. Christmas is the biggest and most favorite holiday in Western world. Although Russians are Christians too, they don't really care about Christmas and hardly celebrate it. Their best holiday is New Year instead. How did that happen? Let me explain. Long time ago, Russians celebrated Christmas widely, just like Europeans or Americans. And New Year was some small additional holiday. But communist revolution that happened in 1917 changed lives of Russians very much. Making new rules of living, communists said, no God, no religion, no Christmas. So all religious celebrations were banned for decades. There was even anti-Christmas and anti-New Year campaign in 20s because those holidays were considered as old pre-communism habits. But people wanted to have holidays anyway, and government needed to offer something in return, so they decided to make New Year the biggest holiday. They had to reinvent the holiday, so they took some old Christmas traditions and added some new ones. Decorated Christmas tree stayed the main symbol of the holiday, but without any religious context. Bethlehem star on the top of the tree was easily replaced with a red communist star. Instead of Santa Claus, Russians have Ded Moroz, which means something like Grandpa Frost, a little bit modified character from old Russian folklore. As a helper, he has a granddaughter named Snegurochka, or Snow Maiden. Other Russian New Year traditions include midnight countdown, champagne, fireworks, and costume parties for children. No candy-stuffed stockings, no fireplaces and chimneys, no elves or deers. Basics of a new holiday were established in the 30s. Since that, traditions evolved and got stronger. Yes, that's Joseph Stalin on those pictures. By now, several generations of Russians grew up within this reality and can't imagine it any other way. So that's how New Year replaced Christmas as the biggest holiday of the year in Russia. Some foreigners think that the main difference about Russian Christmas is that it's celebrated in January. But the main difference is that Russians don't really care about it. They put all their efforts into New Year, meanwhile Christmas is a minor event for them. Russian families can gather for a dinner at Christmas on the 7th of January, but the main celebration with gifts and fireworks and all the fun happened on the New Year's Eve. Christmas can be an important holiday for religious Russians, and there are not too many of them. And if Russians tell you some awesome stories about their Christmas, probably they mean New Year. Thanks for watching, and remember, with every like this video gets, a new beautiful icicle grows in Russia.